Hey everyone, it's Wine Wednesday.
We're back for the
Second
second edition.
time. Yeah, cheers. What are you drinking, Sarah?
Cheers, Ash. Give me a virtual cheers.
Virtual. Woo! I actually brought
Well,
the bottle over with me that I'm drinking because last time you asked me and I had no idea.
this week, Ash, I've got a La Malca Prosecco. So I did open this the other day, but it's one of my favorite Prosecco's. So I thought, I'd love to share it with you.
That one is a good one and it's a fair price point, I might add as well for Prosecco.
What do you have?
Drinking some red wine tonight, which is the Dreaming Tree Crush. It's actually Dave Matthews. The singer is one of the founders of this vineyard.
I was going to ask you that. How fancy of you, Ashley. Are you a big Dave Matthews fan?
I used to be like his older original music, but I like his wine. He makes a couple different ones and they're all pretty good. So I just got in for a run, and this is what I'm quenching my thirst with. Oh, your headband looks great. This is a new theme for our Wine Wednesdays. We have to wear headbands. I almost put mine on again just to cover up my roots and I didn't.
I feel like a fortune teller, if I'm being honest. And on that theme, I actually
it looks great.
Oh, good. I brought my spirit card so I can do a spirit card for you, since we haven't been in person for so long.
The headband's very fitting then.
I've got, yeah. I know. I feel like I like when my hair is down, even if I don't have makeup on, I still feel like nice. But I don't want to wash my hair. I've been trying not to use dry shampoo because
I haven't used it in weeks. Maybe a month.
I've heard it's not great for my scalp.
You're right. It does apparently block your hair, and we want our hair to grow and be long. So this is a good time to give it a break.
I'm embracing makeup-free life, although I did put some makeup on because I felt bad. So I've got
I just put some on. like I said, I just went for a run and I did have my hair in a pony, but it was absolutely crazy. And do you know what I just realized when I was running about the city? That I never hated running, but I didn't love it. I just kind of did it because it was good for you. But I realized today it was the most beautiful journey, and it's the most beautiful journey around the city. So, same with probably walking, because you can actually see people from afar. Mind you, even when I was coming up to people on the sidewalk, we would completely
I get off the sidewalk. I'm just like, I'm going to insert myself into traffic.
I know, but I think it was just so beautiful to actually, even though some stores and businesses are closed, to run by them and see people and see our city. And
you mean seeing human life?
Yes. Remember those days. But just like getting the fresh air and then seeing things that you've taken for granted for 32 years of my life now seems so beautiful. And I think it was a nice moment when I was running. I just wanted to share.
Aw, Gal, I love that. That makes me happy. I have something to share with you as well. Remember on last week's episode of Wine Wednesday, our first inaugural episode, I told you I creeped out a young man in the grocery store.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Face to face. Like, for anyone who didn't watch, last week I was telling Ashley, like, I was panicking because I was in the grocery store and I saw this guy and I thought he was cute, and we locked eyes, and then I was like, oh my God, we're in a pandemic, what am I doing? And I just averted and ran out of the store basically. But he just found me on Hinge 10 minutes ago.
Shut up.
Sent me a message. So I probably shouldn't even be saying this because he probably doesn't know this, but he'll probably never see this anyways. So
is that fate? What does that mean?
I don't know. It's just pandemic romance. The grocery store is a place to make eyes and then connect somewhere else, evidently.
That is amazing. I'm super happy for you.
Please, well, nothing's happened. Let's be
please get on a video call so you can tell us all about video call meeting.
Ash, we got a question from one of our listeners.
Tell me.
I'm just rushing through these things because I'm amped up. But
go for it. Sarah, you tell me, it's your podcast. Do it.
Okay, here's a question from Kara Kim. How do roommates tackle isolation? Do they make house rules that they both have to follow?
That's a good question.
Such a good question, and actually very practical because I'm living with my roommate, Katie. We're both isolating. We don't go to work. You know, I'm still a part-time lady of leisure, so let's be serious. But
this is great for you.
Soon coming to an end. But yeah, like, what do you think are household rules for roommates? What would you throw in there if you could?
Well, I think that it is similar to still a couple or partnership or a family, because there are moving parts. You do have people at some capacity leaving the house at some point. So I think that there's a bit of a difference when it comes to accountability, because typically if you're in a couple or relationship, you're kind of on the same page a bit differently than roommates would be. Do you know what I mean? Like Katie doesn't
Or you can tell the other one what to do.
Fair. That's a very good point. But Katie necessarily doesn't have to tell you when she's leaving or where she's going or who she's seeing, and vice versa. So I think that that would be the biggest difference. So I think that you guys are probably more cautious about it because you're looking out for each other as best friends to say, hey, I'm just going to my parents, or I'm just going to pick up my groceries, whatever. So is that true? Are you guys just managing more communication around?
We have rules.
Okay, tell me. Point blank, there's rules.
So here's what I'll tell you is we've made a list of people that we accept in our lives at this moment.
Okay.
And it's a very short list. There's like 4 people that we're allowed to interact with. We still do our social distancing, but like I see my dad and my sister. Katie
already I know I'm not on this list.
You're not on this list, and I love you. You're my best friend, and you're not on the list. When you wrote me yesterday, I was like, I'm not seeing people. I was like, I'm okay with that.
But in all fairness, I'm probably one of the safest people you could see.
I know
I've been isolated.
No, you can come. Like, but to be honest, this is the truth. Katie sees her mother to drop off and pick up Rory, and then we have one
dog.
Her dog,
her
Rory.
Son.
And then we have one other friend who's self-isolating who we'll see. We go for walks together. We keep our distance, so it's all good. But to be honest, if you were going to come by, I would talk to Katie about it first. We've got a very
That's smart.
tight circle, and we've said no one else. And in fact, we've cut people from the circle.
You have to, though, because I mean, really, we're not meant to be
trust no one.
We're not even supposed to be within 6 feet of someone else. Of course, it's different if you live with someone or you're staying with someone, but it's crazy. I mean, we were isolated ourselves because we were traveling for 2 weeks. So we saw literally no one. And then we got to see my parents, which we knew was fine because we were in zero contact with anyone. So I feel like they're not really going anywhere. They live in cottage country, essentially. So I think we'll revisit it next week or on the weekend to see if we can see them. But I think it's safe to assume it might be okay. But that's pretty much, I haven't even seen my brother. So it's strange.
I'm going to be honest. I think Greg's used this as an excuse to avoid us because he hasn't seen either of us for over a month.
But you know what he said? You know what he said, though, to me, that he doesn't want to put, especially my parents or I, at risk because he is a lawyer. His office is still open, though I think last Thursday they stopped allowing clients to come in, which is smart. So it's just they're doing the proper things and have the proper setup there. But he's like, I don't want to put you guys at risk because I have had to go to work and I have had to see other people. So I don't know.
So Kara, we have no answers for you other than Katie and I have created a list of safe people, and even my dearest friend Ashley isn't on the list.
Let's make that clear that we've both made.
I'm not on Ashley's list either.
Yeah. But the only thing, if you and Katie didn't have this open list, you would be on my list. But I can't trust those people. Like I just can't, right?
No, you don't have to.
I know. Well, we could have a virtual lunch one day.
Yes.
Just a thought.
Tomorrow? I've taken this week to trying to make chocolate chip cookies. So I made one Milk Bar.
Are you going to make? I saw those, and I don't mean to interrupt, but are you going to make the Andy's East Coast Kitchen?
Yes, I watched the videos this morning. But first, I'm going to make the Thomas Keller ones. Here's what I'm going to do. I've frozen 6. So I'm going to give 2 frozen ones. Surely any coronavirus has died in the freezer after 6 days.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I'm going to give you 2 of those frozen ones. I'm going to give you 2 of the frozen Thomas Keller ones. I'll give you 2 of the Andy Hayes ones. And then I just got one from our friend, Andre Romulus, his cookie recipe because it's good. And I'll give you 2 of those. And so then we can try 4 homemade cookie recipes and definitively choose the best chocolate chip.
How will you know? Are you going to bag them and label them so you'll know?
Oh, I've labeled all of them. Yeah.
Sarah, you're so lovely. This is something to look forward to.
Probably in what I give you, I'll just label them with numbers and directions.
No, that's great. And then I'll make notes on the numbers and then we can reconvene.
Yeah. So you can try them. There's one for me, Katie, you, and Jeff. So if anyone else, oh no, is that enough? Oh yeah. If anyone else
Jeff and I can share
cookies in Halifax, write me. There's enough room for one more.
Ooh, who will? You might have to draw someone's name.
I don't know. Get at us.
Let us know.
Ash, that's all I have for you today. Do you want to finish on a Westagram?
Sure.
Do you have things for me?
Do I have things to you? I want to know what was the best part of your day today? April 1st, Wednesday, April 1st.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll tell you what's not the best part of my day is I forgot it was April Fool's because I love pranks.
I know. How did you forget?
If I remembered. Well, it just didn't cross my mind until you told me it was April 1st. I'm kind of like aware of days right now. I would have hid under Katie's bed. And when she got up, it would have been ages. I would have grabbed her ankles. That would have been it. It wouldn't have gone over well. It's probably
been
for
mad.
the best that I didn't do it. Do you have an April Fool's prank you play?
No, can't say I do.
But I didn't answer your question. The best thing about my day today is I've been writing and I was like in kind of a writer's block. So I put on a Queen playlist and was just dancing around my room in between writing like a paragraph. That was the highlight.
Oh, I like that.
What was the best part of your day?
I think my run. I think that was really nice. And the sun kind of came out. And I just want to share this. I know we posted it on Instagram of batches, if anyone follows them, but it says the real April Fools this year is every single plan you made this month for April. Not happening. So I thought that was kind of cheeky and very true. But yeah, let's do a Westagram. You pick.
Do you want this one or this one?
Oh, blue? I like the blue. First one.
Perfect. This is what I want you to choose. Tell us a fun fact about sex. I'll get 2.
Really? You go, and I'll let me think of one.
It's how you make babies.
I was going to say that, but I didn't know if I was
travels at 28 miles per hour. And that was in our podcast episode.
I was going to say that women can, like women, I can't. No.
Okay.
I don't know how to frame it because I remember hearing this years ago and it stuck with me. And I feel like we might have talked about it on the podcast too, that like when men, it's for sexual, when men
orgasm.
Yeah, it's for like reproduction. But when women do, it's more so for pleasure. Do you know what I mean? Is that
do you know what I'm with you. Do you know what I'm liking right now? Is that I felt more comfortable saying the word orgasm and come, and you just blushed.
I wasn't
reversal.
Yeah, it wasn't. I'm not uncomfortable for it, but I was actually trying to think of the right use on the spot of like, what word would come out best.
Do you know what I always go for? Whatever the medical term is. It's always the safe bet.
Yeah, you're right. That's right. That's
always
because facts. Like it's a vagina and a penis. There's no flower. There's no doo-doo. It is what it is.
A dude. I think that's a reference to poop.
I don't know.
A Johnson. Okay. What game could you always beat someone at?
Well, recently, Skippo. You and we could just
I can't wait till you and I get to face off because Katie and I have been playing and Katie's been so close 4 games and has somehow not won one. I feel bad.
Well, Jeff is like, we keep score. So it's the first, 200 or 500, I forget. And he's like creeping up on me. But the most aggravating, I know this is your question, but the most aggravating thing to lose in to me, like golf, we go to the driving range. I want to biff my club. That's like, I'm like, this is the worst sport ever created. I could never beat anyone. Or tennis. I throw my tennis racket. I smash my tennis racket.
Good sport.
Because I always come so close to like beating Jeff, but I always screw it up for myself. And it's very aggravating. What about you?
I think crib is the answer that's coming to my mind. Although I did lose the other night.
Your game. Well, this has been so much fun, Sarah.
Ashley, cheers.
Cheers.
Wine Wednesday.
Cheers to everyone out there in isolation. Stay positive. Relax.
We love you. We hope you like Wine Wednesday. Tell us what you want.
Bye.
Bye, gal.